Well, hello, this is Rochelle and welcome to my channel. So for today's video, I'm documenting two photos of morning coffee at HobbyX, and I'll tell you a bit more about that. For the background, I'm using a patterned paper that is one of Ella Ruta's printables. This is from a printable that's exclusive to a Bible journaling group that we have. And so I decided to use that pattern paper for this journal. I just love it. This buffalo plaid gingham type paper. So long ago, I stamped out a bunch of images in a pigment ink, archival ink, and cut them through my brother's scan and cut, and have them at the ready, these black and white flowers, for a project just like this. So I'm cutting the paper with the smaller corner chomper there, just to have a slight rounding so that it's not as stark, and then just putting double-sided tape on the paper. I didn't want to glue it down. I just I don't know, running out of glue and all kinds of things here at home, so using some of these less costly tape that I bought. Yes, so sticking down the papers using double-sided tape. I lift a little bit on each side and then place it so that I can find out where I want it and line it up, and then just pull those little edges I've left out to stick it down. I'm going to use my Faber-Castell watercolor half pans. This is the 48 watercolor half pans. This is a new product from Faber-Castell, and I just absolutely love it. The intensity of the color and pigment is just seriously gorgeous. It mixes without that grainy feel to it. I don't know if you've ever worked with watercolor where it's got like it looks like you've got powder in water, and this just doesn't have that feeling, and it's just gorgeous. Absolutely love it. So I'm concentrating on shadows and working with the direction of the brush to make the more intense color the inner side of the leaves, and just having a lot of fun. So back to the photo. I have had the wonderful privilege of doing HobbyX with Faber-Castell for the last 2 years, and just being a brand ambassador, and I absolutely love their products, so it's not really any work. But yes, HobbyX is an annual hobby expo at a very big convention center here in South Africa at the Dome, and I this year booked my accommodation well in advance, because I just so look forward to this time. It's some me time alone, and I always have Nando's because my husband doesn't particularly like Nando's, so I always have Nando's when I'm there alone. And the accommodation that I had this year, literally, if I opened the window in the morning, looked out over the dome and the sun rising over the dome, and it was a phenomenal view, and I had such a peaceful, beautiful time in the mornings, just sitting, preparing for the day, drinking my cup of coffee, which is the other great thing about this. It's a Airbnb, so it's self-catering, and I took my own hug in a mug and muesli rusks with, and that was my breakfast in the mornings, and it was just, I loved it. I love the me time, I love the serenity of it all, and then obviously the full day standing and explaining products and things like that. I thrive on it. It's the best tired in the world. So sticking down my photos, placing it just slightly off equal to one another so that they're not exactly in line. and then arranging the flowers that have now got a little bit of a pink color, and that green that is almost the same as the lighter side of the buffalo plaid or gingham check or whatever you want to call it. And I just seriously love how this page came out. And then so very, very blessed that I got to do this and have this wonderful time away. Now, because of the busy background, the plaid kind of background, I wanted a plain green color large alpha, and I couldn't exactly find it until I remembered I somewhere had this, I don't know, spare set of alphas, and when I found it, it kind of worked perfect. And then my husband brings lunch. How great's that? He's the best. So carrying on with my title, and then what I decided to do with journaling, since like I said, it's very busy, is to take an excess Faber-Castell Pit Artist pen. It's the extra super fine nib, and journal along the white border that is on this page. So literally what I did is just journal that I get to have this opportunity for the second year in a row, and that I love doing the expo every year, or for the second year, and the me time, and of course the coffee and the lovely time. I really like doing this kind of journaling, kind of hidden part of the pattern in the background, and still having the thoughts down there, except it's not kind of in your face and takes up the entire page. Looking back, I really like how this came out. It wouldn't be complete without some splatters, so I added some more of that pink color, used a fan brush, and splattered a little bit. And the nice thing about this is, because this pattern paper was printed on an inkjet printer, where the water touches, it kind of lifts the color slightly, and that just added to the background for me, and it was just beautiful in the end. Really enjoyed doing this page. Love how simple it is. Inking up my date stamp with the big brush marker by Faber-Castell and dating my page, and I just yeah, one of my favorites, definitely. Thanks for joining me. Hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.